is video 6 for week 3 for 2 slides, slides 33 and 34. So as I'm talking about policies and procedures, I'd also like you to think about, remember I said they have to support the values and beliefs of your organization. So I want you to think about that. In the next few slides or next few videos, I'm going to be explaining about the research presentation, research report, where you're going to be able to kind of take a deeper dive into one of the topics that we address in this course. So, you'll have noticed in the strategic planning slides, I said to learn more about, and I put a lot of additional readings in, and that's to kind of give you a place to start or some ideas if you choose to do strategic planning or SWOT analysis as your research topic. And so for policies and procedures, I think it might be interesting for you to do a research paper on reviewing the policies and procedures for an organization, or how you can talk about diversity and inclusiveness in your policies and procedures. So a lot of organizations will say that we respect diversity, we respect inclusivity. I can't say that. What does that mean in your policies and procedures? I encourage you to open up the Durham College Student Code of Conduct and think about it from the perspective of a parent with young children who's trying to get an education. Maybe you'll see some bias in there. Or look at this one from the London Public Library. Okay, so I'm just going to open it so you can see what I'm talking about. And this is their code of conduct, okay, in the library. So it's for people that come to the library. The London Public Library expects all patrons to. Maybe you can read through some of those points and you think, yeah, well, that sounds pretty inclusive, pretty obvious. But what if you were a little kid and you were attending an activity in the children's area? Do you think those kids take off their shoes and wiggle around? Because according to this, maybe they shouldn't be. And so you think, well, of course, it's fine if they're kids and they're sitting for story time. But what if you're homeless and you're using the library as a safe place and you need to take off your shoes because your feet are cold and you want to put them up on the heater? And what if you maybe want to nod off when you're sitting in a chair because it's a safe place and you're homeless? Or you're just an older person, or anybody, a student, and you're tired and you want to nod off. With these kinds of policies at London Public Library, maybe you'd be asked to leave because you're not using the materials, the furniture, for the intended purpose if you're falling asleep. Okay. Again, take a look at this one. These are the documents that are required to get a health card here in Ontario. Do you think they're biased? Do you think that they're fair to people that are maybe homeless or experiencing homelessness, or people that have lost all of their ID because they've experienced a theft? So I encourage you to think about policies and procedures and why it's really important to know what your values are and the different kinds of people, customers, clients that you have for your business or that work at your business, and how you can get their input to make sure your policies and procedures are not biased against certain groups. In this one, I encourage you to take a look at this picture, and if you're not attending class, you can send me an email if you can't figure out maybe some systemic bias in this picture.